Beautiful. It's the next day. It's a chilly old morning. Right, we finished up last night. We ran out of seed. It was getting on. Farm said don't stay late, so we didn't. He said there's no need, which just gave some of the other fields we're going on to just a little bit more time drying. Ideally they want another day drying, but they ain't gonna get it. I think they're on about some drizzly weather coming tomorrow. It's 50-50, so we'll see what we get there. We've got a load of seed, we've got to have a little grease up and a little check over, let the tractor warm up, get the GPS on. Lovely. Let everything warm up. Farmer Dave and Darren are back home doing cattle. Keithy will be in tomorrow. The drill's been partly greased, so we just need to grease the carrying wheels and the fans. This one drilled last night. It drilled okay. It's just a little bit uneven on the headlands where it was ploughed, so farmer will have a little bit of a rough time on the headlands with a combine, but apart from that it's good. We're going to press them, we're going to roll them when we get a chance. We did manage to get some nice new barley seed for the barley side, so haha, very funny. This one won't reach now. Oh, just tiny part load there to go on a lorry. They'll come and pick that up when they've got another farm with a part load of similar barley. And once they do that, if we get a rainy day, we can come up here and clean the grain store out, get all the airways swept out, and yeah. Right, we'll get this dumped in the drill. Oh god. That is dusty. Oh, the wind is in my face. That dust is the worst. Right, give everything a good wiggle. Make sure nothing's loose. Found one with a little bit of play, so just give her a tighten up. Should be a 22. It's not massively loose, just a little bit loose. So give those a good bolt on, and just check the U-bolt, make sure she ain't broke. Sometimes they'll break in half and it'll just be held together by half. Give that a wiggle. That's it, solid. So the fans need to be done every day or every 8 hours, whichever comes first. 2 pumps is all they need. This one's a little bit more fiddly. Little bit in there. Just a tiny bit on these, 2 on these. Literally 2 pumps. Ow. Same on the marker. Lovely. Just glance at everything every morning. You know, check your wearables, which are the points. I always have a look, just have a little glance at every foot. You know, you might see one starting to split. Now's the time to change it, you know. We had 1 leg to tighten up, that was all. And a little bit of a grease up. And then tomorrow she'll get a full grease after a good day. Love this setup, love this drill. Lightweight, big tyres on the, these are 800s. Light tractor on the front. This tractor and that drill just work together. Beautiful, hand in hand. You know, we put it on the AS. I don't know why, but for some reason, maybe it's just a heavier tractor, but it just doesn't seem the same. But that tractor, that drill, perfect. Check the oil, oil's good. Robbo's already out there, made a start. And he's going over one of these fields here, just one final time. Just trying to make it a bit better, but it might be a bit wet when we get there, but who knows. Right, up goes the drill. Look, my box has remembered everything from last night. It's asking me to drive forward so it can determine where it is. And we'll see. We'll see if it takes us straight back to our line, and that's how you determine how accurate it is. It's the back to the line accuracy. When they say it's 2.5 centimeters accurate, that's what they mean. So their new satellite system, I think, is within 10 centimeters, which is pretty good. And you know, it's not like you can't, you know, if you were coming back here and you were doing it on satellite GPS, which is free, you would drive up to your line, and then you'd move the line, you just press the line button, move it to its current position, and then you're back where you are, you know. But with the RTK, you don't have to do that. You never have to move it. So if you want to do controlled tram lines and controlled wheelings and stuff like that, you can. So it's pretty nice. But I didn't realise how much the subscription was. I think Linda said the subscription on this one's nearly 900 quid or something. A little bit steep in my eyes, you know. But that'll come down over time, won't it? Well, I would like to think that would. It doesn't need to be that expensive, I don't think. But our provider is RTK FNet. They're our provider in this area. It's all done area based, so you have to sort of search for your providers in your areas. And basically, it's a base station located somewhere near you that it triangulates the signal off with the satellites and gives you your accuracy that way. Right, let's find where we were. Should be a scratch line down here. Right, so here's our scratch line, look. I'm going to press the button to take us there. Look at that. Right, I've got to do seat test unfold, so let's do that. I'll put you on my head because I need 2 hands. I forgot my magnet, so unfortunately this is the best you got. So I need to set the height of the drill, so we bring her down, and then this little toggle here determines how high it comes up. and then we have to move one of the marker arms like that, and then it won't catch itself when it unfolds. And when you go away, it's actually right for where we are, but when you fold everything up, sometimes you can get your tram lines out of place, so you always just need to remember where you are. Right, so we need to run the fans up on the PTO. It's PTO driven, and then we speed her up, got set on the A button, that sets her at 1000 revs, and then we need to meter out some seed and make sure it's all coming out of the metering system and out of the pipes. Just make sure there's a pile of seed, because we're on a tram line, there should be 4 spouts not putting out seed. So we've got seed here, this one here, that's marked yellow, that's a tram line, no seed, so that's right. There's another one there, no seed, and that's the other tram line. Everything else should have a pile of seed. That one hasn't, that's the tram line. And the front one there hasn't as well. So when you finish for the night, like we did last night, you just want to recall where you should be going back. So I know I should be on a tram line going back. Ah, this feels bigger, isn't it? That's where it's not adding up. Let me zoom out. That confused the hell out of me then. Obviously, down here is where we started. So you've got to count your lines across, and that would tell you where you are. That confused me then. Screen needs a good wash. Oh, yeah, that got me all confused though. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I was on tramline. Anyway, right, so away we go. Our bonnet is straight down the scratch line that we left last night. We want to record what we're doing on our screen, so that'll start recording now. Yeah, lovely job. That's what you pay for RTK, you see. So, you know, if your tram line was here every single year, my tram line would still be here. You know, your wheelings are always going to be in the same place. We're not actually that fussy for that sort of thing. This system was just an RTK based system when it came to us. This Sveaverken F100 it's called. But with the new update, you know, if you bought one today, you don't have to have RTK SIM cards in there. You can just use the free satellite signals, like on Farmer's Sprayer, like on Keithy's tractor. That's a satellite based system, and the other tractor as well, that's a satellite based system. So you don't have to have RTK, but it is nice, you know, it's lovely. We'll probably keep it for the drill tractor, and I will show you how the satellite signal compares to it. You know, they're raving about their new upgrade for this, so it's not here yet, but it'll be here in a few weeks time, so we'll see how it all works and goes nice. But yeah, these systems are just brilliant, you know. They just make everything a little bit easier. We can go a bit faster actually. We've got a bit of a charlic problem at this end. This is what all the greenery is. It's all dead, it's all going off. Hopefully it hasn't plugged the drill up so far, and I've drilled in the thick of it, so that's what we got. And yeah, I haven't brought my drone with me this time. Everything's late, you know. Everything's a little bit we just need to get it in the ground this year, but when things are a little bit more relaxed and we've got a little bit more time, you know, I can get Farmer to sit on here for you and do some nice drone shots of all the machines. But the back end last year was terrible, and the springtime this time was terrible, so it's more important that we do our jobs than it is to run drones and stuff like that. So unfortunately hope you don't mind. Up goes the drill, off goes the screen. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're in auto 4-wheel drive, so when I put my foot on the pedal down here like this, turning round, it shuts the 4-wheel drive off and lets you bring the tractor round nice and sharp. Press the steering button, down goes the drill, and then out goes the marker. Number 1 tram line. Somebody said to me, you're on GPS, so why do you use your tram lines? So why do you use your markers? 1, if the GPS fails, we can still continue our job, and 2, the tram line spouts are controlled on the markers on this drill. On some other drills it's controlled on the lift of the drill, but on this drill it's controlled on the markers. So every time the marker comes up, it triggers the next cycle, and every time you get to number 5, it stops 2 of the spouts on each side, so farmer knows where to drive with his sprayer, pre-emergent sprays, fertilizer, stuff like that. We haven't got the pre-emergent markers in because they were, unless you've got an ultra fine seabed, they barely show up anyway. So, and they were always falling apart. The markers on this drill are not the finest. On the latest ones, they've changed them and beefed them up a bit, and they fold a bit differently. They don't get in the way of the folding of the drill. Before old Peter left, he beefed up the hinge points on the markers themselves, so they're a bit stronger now. They haven't actually let go at all since he did that, so, but they were forever breaking, and then you never want to be stopped when you can actually get the seeds in the ground. So yes, but on the newer drills, you know, the latest ones, they're all different, they're all beefed up, and I think they work a bit better. Oh, I almost forgot to say as well, it's the day of, this is usually the time we go and do our little tractor run. You know, we do it every year, and drilling is usually, you know, the drill's usually put away and forgotten about by now, but yeah, you know, it's a different year obviously. But yeah, so we're going to miss out on the tractor run today, which is a bit unfortunate. I did warn the man. He likes me going over there filming all the old tractors, old Steve. But yeah, sorry Steve, mate. We'll get another one organised, and I'll come to that. It's just you know, this is a bit more important for us, unfortunately. But there'll be another one. That's for certain. You know, the ploughing match usually always happens at the end of the year there. So there'll be other little vintage tractor events coming up, I'm sure, and Stevie he always lets us know anyway. So yeah, sorry about that, we're not going to get to see that one, but yeah, I hope it all goes well for them all. The 2 halves of this field, this end is sandy and nice, but this end is actually, it just turns to clay up here. So young David had to come through with the pigtail cultivator and pull it up a little bit, just to get it to dry out. We'll leave it a few days. We're going to drill this half. I'm going to save my guidance line, and then what we'll be able to do is match it all up. Yes, I will be able to match it up, and we will just drill this as a little field, and then this one we'll match it up. I'll only drill once across the field, then farmer will know which half is which, and then everything else, the tram line, you know, I should be able to match all the tram lines up if I get it right. We'll see. It's just a bit annoying we can't do this one in, it's quite a big field, this one, but there's still 20 acres here that can go in the good, so we're going to do that, and we'll get back to this after we've probably drilled the barley over the other side. So we just spotted our first problem of the day. Obviously this is supposed to be attached to here, and then the bolt goes through, and then there's a point that goes on the front of that. But obviously the bolt, well, they've lost. One of the bolts has obviously snapped, and then the other one's let go. Now, not a problem. If that had one of our old seed, If that had a quick and easy seed like one of these black ones, I would just quickly swap the leg over, because that's not too long a job. But these ones on here they are glued on, and they are really hard work to get off. By the time I got that off, the old man will be here with a tool to get these. I haven't got a tool, you see, to get inside there. So the old man will bring me a tool. Simple socket set. Farmer sent me a new point up as well, so literally 2 bolts, one in there, but you've got to get a socket. The trick is to get a socket that fits in there with an extension. Farmer sent up a decent socket set, obviously, and a new point, so that puts everything back together. Now we run back down the field and start. That's put us behind by about 45 minutes, but we haven't been doing nothing because we fueled the tractor as well, so it hasn't been a complete waste of time. But we can get back to it now. Where are we? Woo. It's 20 past 3. Robbo's just had a puncture on the cultivator, so farmer's up here fertilising. He's just fertilising on top of the fields we're about to drill, so Robbo's been through these 2 again, and they're starting to till up quite nice. So I think the plan is he might go through them again, one more, while we get this last field done, and then we'll try and drill them as they are. We'll see what comes. He's just getting a lesson on the rolls, so while farmer goes and gets some parts, he can be rolling, and farmer's going to mend the puncture. I don't know where it is. We've all just stopped for a nice Sunday roast. Thank you, Linda. Oh my god, she forgot me last week. Was not happy. Oh yes. I wonder what he was on about. He is pulled up in a real wet spot as well, so not ideal, but farmer will do something. He'll pull it onto the yard somewhere. This is the bit that we can't drill. That is obviously way too notchy out there, so that bit we will come back for in a couple of days time. After Keithy, look at them time, oh Christ, I'm just about to drive through 2 giant holes. You know, once that cultivator gets bogged down, it's a, wow, you know, it's the same for everyone. We're all in the same boat. Once you're bogged down in the and it's just wet, you know, it's just a wet hole, but it's like anything, you get stuck quick. But luckily he got himself out of there and he was close to the headland, so you know, no issues getting him in. He got out of it basically. So far today it's drilled okay. We've had that little breakdown earlier on, but not too bad. This will drill okay. We just got to let it dry. It just needs a few days drying. The weather into next week, I don't know. Linda just said it's more showers to come, so might be a bit of a struggle. Where Robbo got stuck in a minute, we might have to do some fettling on the wheel, on our side wheel here. This will pick the drill up. They're quite deep holes, so we don't want to go through fast. We want to go through just steady and just sort of level it if we can. Hopefully we don't, well, we won't get stuck, but it's a nasty little hole. Going to go through ever so steady here. Just drag the drill through it, and it's just, you know, nothing's going to grow in that hole, but it's just going to level it out a little bit for cultivations at the end of the year. And if farmer gets in it with a combine, he'll feel that, won't he? The guys with the rolls will do their best to level it out, but there we go. Wasn't too bad in the end. You know, some wet spots in this field. Whoa. Yes, some notchy seed beds this spring, but they're about as good as they can be for the time of year. Unfortunately, we haven't got any more time to work on them and get them any better, so this is what they are. As the field goes that way, it gets better and better. This top headland is the worst bit of this particular field, but everything that way is pretty good then. So yeah, field starts bending this way, so now we're sort of picking out. It's where the camera comes in pretty handy. I'm in the last little bit of the field here. It's a long way back to the, not a long way, but it's a fair way back to the seed. The next field is back that way as well, so this is where I would normally be in and out the tractor, making sure I got enough seed, having a look in the tank. But I can still see it in there, so it's going to be close actually. It's going to be close. It is going to be close, but there's still seed in there, so see how we go here. It's going to be a bit annoying for you guys, but this is where it works absolutely beautiful. I don't have to waste time, keep getting out, checking I've got seed. It's yeah, it's well handy. No, didn't make it. We got a tiny bit in there, and I've still got 3 or 4 passes left, so but I didn't have to get out, keep checking, because that would have been annoying. I've had to go back anyway and get seed, so still saved a bit of time, but I've got to come all the way back to do 3 passes. The sun's just about to go down. Point you that way so you can see me. We're in these 2 little fields. We didn't actually think we were going to get onto these, but we've been through once with the Colty Max, went through it again, and I think it's been done the 3rd time. It's a nice bit of till there now actually. When you say till, it's like the mat of soil, loose soil, that the seed gets planted into. It was rock hard. It was a rock hard slab before. So yeah, the only thing you can do is cultivate, and then yeah, three times over with the Colty Max, and we've got somewhere. So yeah, farmers out there, he is fertilising ahead of the barley going in on the other side. Robert's over there just making sure we got to find enough seed bed. Keithy's back off holiday tomorrow, so I'm sure he'll be about tomorrow. I don't know how late farmer wants to run the drill, but I'll come back once more if we're going late, and if not, then we'll catch up tomorrow. But I'm going to get this one finished for sure. Then we've got to get calibrated for barley. We're putting it on pretty thick. Farmer wants it on at 250 kilos per hectare, so that's what we'll put it on at, and we'll see what happens. They're talking about a bit of drizzle coming through tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't stop us. Hopefully we don't get anything. That'd be nice, and we can you know, a couple of days over there and we're done. You know, we can move on to Peter's farm. It's the last farm, and hopefully get that one in as well, and then forget about this spring forever and ever. We're probably going to leave it there. Just emptied out the seed. We just used one of those bags that we used before. Got more than we thought done over here actually. These 2 weren't planned to get drilled, but they got drilled in the end, so that was a good thing. They'll get rolled hopefully tomorrow you know, afternoon. Let the top dry off with it, get them pressed in. And then we've just got to come back for the far field there. Half of that we will do that after we finish the barley. That'll be dry enough. Keithy will come and Colty Max it, and it should be a good thing. That's done a nice job that's all, but we're going to just quickly calibrate now, so in the morning I haven't got so much to do. So we're going to calibrate the barley. Barley goes in. I'll show you what I do to calibrate. The seed goes in, my bucket goes underneath, this little arm gets moved into calibration mode. We then put a bucket underneath there. We do 35 rotations of that tyre, which is the metering wheel, that meters the seed. That will give us 1/10 of an acre. So we times that by 10. That gives us an acre's worth, and then because we're doing it by the hectare, we times that by 2.47. That gives us a hectare's worth. If we need to adjust it, if you need more barley to come out, there's a little handle this side. So we see what it's on first, because barley's heavier than oats, you see, so we see what it's on first. I'm not going to take you through it because this video will probably be too long anyway. And then we just open her up or close her down with this handle here, so that just turns one way or the other. Opening is this way and closing is this way. So if we haven't got enough in our bucket, we need to open it up, and if we've got too much, we need to close her down. And I imagine she's going to be pretty close somewhere as is, but I'm going to get this all done before it gets dark. So we'll pick it up tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers. That's annoying. I need to go back half a